I always thought betrayal came in predictable forms: cheating, lying, broken promises. But nothing in my life had prepared me for this. Mine wasn't just betrayal. It was a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. I met Lucas 5 years ago. He had that effortless charm that made you believe he was different. He wasn't just handsome, he was calculated. The kind of man who knew exactly what to say, how to look at you, how to make you believe you were the only person in the world. And I fell for it. Hard. We were together for 2 years. 2 years of love, of plans, of dreams. Or so I thought. Looking back, I should have seen the cracks forming. The way he always had an excuse for everything, how he was secretive with his phone, how he somehow convinced me that every gut feeling I had was just me being paranoid. I should have known that he wasn't mine alone. When I caught him cheating, it wasn't even dramatic. There were no wild confrontations, no screaming matches. Just me, standing in our apartment doorway, watching him kiss another woman like I didn't exist. And the worst part? He didn't even look guilty. I walked away that night. Packed my things, blocked his number, erased every trace of him from my life. I spent months healing, convincing myself that I was free. And then, he came back. Not to me, but to my life. Because one night, while scrolling through social media, I saw it. A picture. Lucas, with his new girlfriend. His arms wrapped around her. Smiling. Happy. Acting like he hadn't shattered my heart just months before. But it wasn't just the fact that he moved on so quickly. It wasn't even the fact that he looked happier with her than he ever did with me. It was the fact that the girl in the picture looked familiar. Too familiar. Like I'd seen her before. And then, the realization hit me so hard I couldn't breathe. Because the girl wasn't just anyone. She was the sister I had spent my whole life searching for. I had known for years that I had a sister out there somewhere. It was a family secret I wasn't supposed to uncover. My mother had given birth to twin girls, but only one came home. I was told my twin had died at birth. But I never believed it. There were too many whispers, too many inconsistencies in the story. My grandmother, before she passed, had once let something slip. She's not gone, sweetheart. She was taken. Taken. Sold. Given away. No one would ever give me answers. I had spent years searching, hoping, wondering if she was out there, if she even knew about me. And now, here she was. Dating my ex. I stared at the photo, my breath stuck in my throat. My hands were shaking as I zoomed in, examining every inch of her face, looking for more proof. Same hair. Same nose. Same damn smile. It had to be her. It had to be. And I knew, I had to find out the truth. Even if it destroyed everything. The meeting that changed everything. I did what any sane person wouldn't. I stalked her. Not in a creepy way. But I found her name, Sophia. I found her workplace. I memorized her schedule. And one afternoon, I made sure we accidentally bumped into each other at the coffee shop she worked at. She was standing behind the counter, completely oblivious to the fact that I already knew everything. She had my sister's face. And I had to know if she was truly mine. She gave me a polite smile as she took my order. Hey, what can I get for you today? I almost forgot how to breathe. Up close, it was undeniable. But I needed confirmation. Actually, I forced a nervous laugh. This is going to sound really weird, but have we met before? Sophia frowned. I don't think so. I tilted my head, studying her. You just look so familiar. She laughed softly. Maybe I just have one of those faces? No. She had my face. My stomach twisted as I forced myself to continue. Where are you from? Sophia hesitated, then shrugged. I don't really know. I was adopted when I was a baby. My heart stopped. Adopted. I felt my knees weaken. This was it. This was the truth. And she had no idea. But before I could say anything, before I could even process the moment, her phone buzzed. She glanced down, and a small smile spread across her lips. Oh, my boyfriend is here to pick me up. And as if the universe wasn't already cruel enough, Lucas walked through the door. My ex. The man who betrayed me. The man I once loved. The man who was now kissing my sister right in front of me. I felt like I was going to be sick. This wasn't just betrayal anymore. This was something far, far worse. And as I stood there, watching them, one thing became painfully clear. Lucas had no idea who she really was. And neither did she. But they were about to find out. Because I wasn't just going to expose the truth. I was going to destroy him. I should have walked away. I should have let them be happy in their little twisted fairy tale. But how could I? How could I just stand there knowing that the man who broke me was now parading around with the sister I had spent my entire life searching for? How could I ignore the fact that Lucas, the liar, the cheater, the master manipulator, had no idea who she really was? No. This wasn't just about revenge anymore. This was personal. For days, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Lucas holding her. My sister. Kissing her. Whispering the same sweet lies he once told me. Did he even love her? Or was she just another pawn in his twisted little game? I needed answers. I needed the truth. And the only way to get it? I had to get close to Sophia. So I made sure to run into her again. And again. Until, eventually, we started talking. It was easy, almost too easy, to slide into her life. We had so much in common, of course we did, we were family. And the more time I spent with her, the more I realized something. She was just like me. Before Lucas broke me. She was sweet, trusting, innocent. She believed in love, in happily ever afters. She believed Lucas was her Prince Charming. And it made me sick. Because I knew exactly what was coming for her. And I wasn't about to let it happen. The first time I brought up Lucas, I was careful. So tell me about your boyfriend, I said one afternoon as we sipped coffee. He seems interesting. Sophia's face lit up. Oh my God, he's amazing. He's the sweetest guy I've ever met. I honestly think he might be the one. I nearly choked on my drink. The one? Oh honey. No. But I kept my face neutral. That's great. How did you guys meet? Sophia giggled. It's kind of a funny story. We met right after he got out of a really toxic relationship. His ex was crazy, like, totally obsessed with him. She wouldn't let him go, even after he broke up with her. I froze. My grip tightened around my cup. His ex. Me. He was telling her I was crazy. Of course, he was. I forced myself to smile. Wow, that sounds awful. Do you know anything about her? Sophia shrugged. Not really. He doesn't talk about her much. Just that she was really manipulative and couldn't accept that he had moved on. I saw red. Lucas wasn't just lying, he was rewriting history. Making himself the victim. And I had heard enough. I leaned forward, locking eyes with her. Sophia. I need to tell you something. And I need you to promise me you'll hear me out before you say anything. She frowned. Okay. I took a deep breath. Lucas's ex, the crazy one he told you about? That was me. Silence. Dead silence. Sophia blinked, then laughed. Like I had just told the funniest joke in the world. Wait, what? No. That's not possible. I didn't laugh. I just stared. Her smile faded. You're serious? I nodded. Very. Her hands started shaking. But no. Lucas told me his ex was a completely different person. He said she was unstable, that she stalked him, that she paid for his rent, his car, his debts, that she caught him cheating and he didn't even care. Her face drained of color. You're lying, she whispered, but she didn't sound convinced. I wish I was, I said softly. But I have proof. And then, I pulled out my phone. I had kept everything. Every text. Every bank transfer. Every voicemail. And right there in the middle of that coffee shop, I showed her who Lucas really was. The messages where he swore he loved me. The receipts for the things I had bought him. And then, the picture. The one of him, kissing the girl I caught him with. The same month he told Sophia he had been single and healing from a toxic relationship. She stopped breathing. I could see the moment her world shattered. And I almost felt bad. Almost. Because she deserved the truth. And Lucas deserved to burn. For a moment, Sophia said nothing. Then suddenly, she stood up. No, she muttered. I need to talk to him. I need to hear it from him. I reached for her arm. Sophia, wait. But she was already gone. And I knew. I knew exactly what was about to happen. Shit was about to hit the fan. And I was going to enjoy every second of it. I followed her. Of course I did. I had come too far to miss the fireworks. By the time I got to Lucas's apartment, the screaming had already started. How could you lie to me? Sophia's voice was raw with betrayal. You used me. You used her. Lucas tried to gaslight his way out of it. Babe, please, it's not what it looks like. Not what it looks like? She threw my phone at him. I saw the texts. I saw the pictures. You lied to me. I leaned against the doorframe, arms crossed, watching him sweat. He finally noticed me. His face twisted with rage. You did this. I smirked. I sure did. How does it feel, Lucas? To finally be exposed? He lunged toward me, but Sophia blocked him. And then, she said the words that sent a chill down my spine. You know what the worst part is? Her voice trembled. I trusted you. I loved you. And now, I find out that the woman you did this to is my sister. Lucas froze. Dead silence. His eyes darted between us. Wait, what? Sophia turned to me. Tears streamed down her face. Tell him. I looked Lucas dead in the eye and smiled. Surprise, asshole. You weren't just lying to your girlfriend. You were lying to my blood. And in that moment, Lucas knew. He lost everything. Sophia. Me. His carefully built web of lies. And it was only going to get worse. Because I wasn't done yet. Not even close. I thought I had seen it all. I thought the worst was over. But I was wrong. Because the final betrayal? It was worse than anything I could have ever imagined. And when I found out the truth, it changed everything. After Sophia and I confronted Lucas, I thought that was it. He was exposed. Humiliated. His lies had unraveled in front of everyone. Sophia wanted nothing to do with him. I wanted nothing to do with him. And for a brief moment, I felt like I had won. Like justice had finally been served. But life has a funny way of kicking you when you think you're standing tall. Because what happened next? It was just the beginning. 3 days after our confrontation, my phone rang. Unknown number. I hesitated but answered. And the voice on the other end? It nearly made my heart stop. It was Lucas's mother. Please, she begged. I need to meet with you. It's important. Lucas's mother wanted to talk to me? What could she possibly have to say after what her son had done? Part of me wanted to hang up. But my curiosity got the best of me. So, against my better judgment, I agreed to meet her. And when she told me the truth, it shattered everything I thought I knew. She sat across from me, hands trembling as she stirred her tea. I know what Lucas did to you, she whispered. And I'm not here to defend him. I crossed my arms. Then why are you here? She exhaled shakily. Because there's something you don't know. Something I should have told you a long time ago. My stomach twisted into knots. And then she said it. The words that flipped my entire world upside down. Lucas knew you were Sophia's sister. I blinked. My ears rang. What? She nodded, eyes filled with regret. He's known for months. He found out before you ever did. My breath hitched. My pulse pounded in my ears. You're lying. I'm not, she said softly. I have proof. She pulled out her phone and scrolled through her messages. And there it was. A conversation between her and Lucas. A conversation where he admitted he knew. Where he admitted that he had been planning something. Something twisted. Something cruel. Something so unthinkable it made my blood turn to ice. And the worst part? He had been laughing about it. I felt sick. This wasn't just some accident. Lucas hadn't just stumbled into a relationship with me and then my sister. He had planned this. He had manipulated both of us. And for what? For his own twisted satisfaction? For revenge? But then his mother dropped the real bombshell. He wanted to punish your father. I froze. My father. She nodded. You don't know this, but years ago, your father ruined Lucas's life. My heart pounded. That made no sense. My father's never even met Lucas. She gave me a sad smile. He has. A long time ago. Before Lucas changed his last name. I felt like I was drowning. She took a deep breath. Your father fired Lucas's dad from his company when Lucas was just a kid. His dad lost everything. Their family struggled for years. Lucas never forgot that. And when he realized who you were. She swallowed hard. He wanted revenge. Oh, my God. This wasn't just some twisted love triangle. This wasn't just betrayal. This was a vendetta. A calculated, years-long revenge plot against my family. And I had walked right into it. I didn't waste any time. I found Lucas. And when I stormed into his apartment, he looked up from his couch, a smug smirk already on his face. You found out, huh? He said, not even pretending to be surprised. I wanted to slap that smirk right off his face. You knew, I spat. You knew the whole time that Sophia was my sister. Lucas shrugged. And my hands balled into fists. You planned all of this? Just to get back at my father. He leaned back, arms crossed. Your dad ruined my family's life. I just returned the favor. My blood boiled. You used me. I screamed. You used both of us. His smirk faltered. That's not true, he muttered. I did love you. At least, at one point. I laughed bitterly. You don't even know what love is. He sighed, rubbing his temples. Look, it wasn't supposed to go this far. I didn't expect to actually like you. But once I found out about Sophia, I couldn't resist. It was too perfect. Too perfect. Like this was some game. Like we were just pawns. I took a deep breath, steadying myself. Well, guess what? I said, my voice calm but deadly. You lost. He scoffed. Did I? I stepped closer. You have no job. No reputation. No one who trusts you. Your little revenge plan? It backfired. You lost everything. And my father? He doesn't even remember your dad. That's how insignificant your entire life has been to him. His eyes darkened. I hit a nerve. Get out, he growled. I smiled sweetly. Gladly. And with that, I turned and walked out the door, leaving him with nothing. Just like he deserved. I should have felt relief. I should have felt victorious. But something still gnawed at me. Something didn't feel finished. And then, a week later, I got a text. From Sophia. We need to talk. There's something you don't know. I frowned, my heart pounding. What now? I called her immediately. What's wrong? She hesitated. And then she said the words that made my blood run cold. I think I might be pregnant. I nearly dropped my phone. Pregnant? With Lucas's baby? No. No, no, no. This wasn't over. Not even close. I stared at my phone, my hands trembling. Sophia's words echoed in my mind like a bomb that had just gone off. I think I might be pregnant. No. This couldn't be happening. After everything, after all the lies, all the betrayal, Lucas still had one final hold on us. And it was growing inside my sister. I took a deep breath, trying to keep my voice steady. Sophia, are you sure? She sniffled on the other end of the line. I took 2 tests. Both positive. My stomach twisted. But, are you keeping it? Silence. A long, painful silence. And then finally, she whispered. I don't know. I met up with her that night. She looked exhausted, dark circles under her eyes, her usual spark completely gone. She was scared. I could see it. And honestly, so was I. I never wanted this, she admitted, staring down at her untouched tea. I never wanted to be tied to him forever. I swallowed hard. You don't have to be. She looked up at me, eyes full of doubt. But what if the baby isn't like him? What if? I reached across the table, gripping her hand. You don't owe him anything. This is your choice. Not his. He doesn't get to control you anymore. Tears welled in her eyes. But what if I still love him? My breath hitched. Even after everything? Even after the truth? I wanted to scream. I wanted to shake her, to make her see the monster she had fallen for. But I also understood. Because I had loved him once too. The next day, I got an unexpected visitor. Lucas. Standing on my doorstep, looking like hell. Unshaven. Bags under his eyes. Clothes wrinkled. The cocky, manipulative man I once knew. Gone. Can we talk? He asked, voice hoarse. I crossed my arms. I don't think we have anything left to say. He hesitated. Sophia told me. My blood ran cold. She told him? Of course she did. You need to stay away from her, I snapped. He sighed, rubbing a hand over his face. I didn't want it to end like this. I laughed bitterly. You planned this entire thing, Lucas. What did you expect? A happy ending. He swallowed hard, his Adam's apple bobbing. I was angry. I wanted revenge. But... He shook his head. It got out of hand. I clenched my fists. You don't get to play the victim now. He nodded, eyes downcast. I know. A long silence stretched between us. And then finally, he whispered. If she keeps the baby, I want to be in its life. I scoffed. You don't get to decide that. He nodded again, as if he had already lost. And maybe, for the first time in his life, he had. A week later, Sophia made her choice. She kept the baby. Not for Lucas. Not for anyone else. But for herself. She moved away, started fresh. Lucas tried to reach out, but she refused to let him in. And me? I finally let go. Let go of the anger. The pain. The betrayal. Because holding on to it? That would mean Lucas still had power over me. And after everything, I refused to let him win. It's been a year since then. Sophia's baby is here. A little girl. She has her mother's eyes. And thankfully, none of Lucas's lies. As for him, he's just a ghost of the past now. A mistake we both survived. A lesson we'll never forget. But the real question is, if you were in my shoes, would you have forgiven him? Or would you have found a way to make him pay? Because sometimes, the worst revenge is simply moving on.